Hello friends, this is Leslie here from leslievoice.com. Welcome to Leslie's Voice YouTube channel. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about how as a fresher you can get into a career like HR recruiter. So if you are looking to become a HR recruiter, or if you already have some experience and still you want to become a HR recruiter, so this video is for you then, right? I'm going to help you understand what are the qualifications, what are the skills required, and what as a recruiter you will be doing on the job. I'm just going to give you a understanding about HR recruiter as a job role. Okay, so if you are interested to become a HR recruiter in your career, please watch this to understand how you can become a HR recruiter in next few days. So first let's talk about the education required. What is the qualification usually companies look for if they want to hire for a HR recruiter? So let's see this. If you're a fresher or even if you're experienced, if you have these qualifications, then you have a higher chances to get shortlisted for a HR recruiter job. Number one is BE Tech. You might be surprised to know why does BE companies require BE Tech for a HR recruiter job. So let me explain you a quick background to that. So today there are in recruitment you need to hire technical guys as well, like Java development, Java developers, .NET developers, automation test engineers. There are so many technical jobs, right? Due to this IT industry, there are so many technical jobs available in the market. Hence, hiring technical recruiters is an inevitable job in recruitment. So if you have to be a recruiter who will be hiring technical candidates, then it is better you also have some knowledge related to technology. Hence, companies are looking for BE Tech graduates for a HR recruiter job so that they can screen these candidates so well and do this job so nicely, right? So if you are a BE Tech graduate and if you do not want to get into a technical career, technical role, then still you can look for this HR recruiter as a job, okay? And if you need more help for it, please write to my email ID, I'll help you there. So that is number one. Number two, if you are a BBA or an MBA graduate or a postgraduate, then obviously companies definitely want you to be in HR recruitment also. Okay. So BE Tech and MBA BBA guys has higher chances to become a HR recruiter. I have also mentioned about other degree holders. Yes, even if you are not a BE Tech, even if you are not a BBA, MBA, still you have chance to become a HR recruiter with a condition. The condition is you should know or you should learn about HR recruitment as a job. How to do that job, what are the things, knowledge you should gain for that. If you know that, then you have higher chances to become a HR recruiter even without an MBA. Okay. So that is about the education required. So let's talk about the skills required. There are so many other skills which is required ideally, but I'm going to talk about the very important skills and the very basic skills which is required. Okay, there are so many skills in fact really required to become a HR recruiter or to be a HR recruiter, but I'm just talking about the very basic skills which is required. Number one is a communication skill, because HR recruiter itself is a job which you need to speak a lot. You need to speak to your candidates, you need to speak to your hiring managers, you have to speak to your clients. So it's a front-facing job, right? Since it's a front-facing job, it's not a job that you can just use a laptop and do some coding and complete it. Okay, it's not that. It's more of a front-facing. You have to connect, just like your sales job or just like your customer support jobs, right? It's a front-facing job. Hence, communication is an important skill which is required for a recruiter. However, when I say communication skill, it is not that you should have an extraordinary communication to become a HR recruiter. If you are able to form sentences, decent sentences in English, and if you're able to make a 3-5 minutes talk about a new topic, then you're good enough to become a HR recruiter. Obviously, you can improve, throughout your job. Definitely, you can learn from your job as well. But to get an entry, if you're able to make sentences, if you're able to talk about any topic for at least 3 minutes, then you can definitely become a HR recruiter. Okay, so don't get worried that you do not have a so good communication skill. Still, you can become if you can have the basic communication skill. Second important skill about getting into HR recruitment is if you have the knowledge, if you learn about recruitment, if you learn how to do recruitment practically, not just theoretically, practically, if you learn how to do recruitment, then you have higher chances to get shortlisted for a HR recruiter job. Okay? Because the demand for recruiters in the market today is very huge, right? As any company wants to hire, the first person they need is a recruiter to hire software engineers, to hire salespeople, to hire anybody in the company, right? Hence the demand is high. So only thing is there is limited talent. So if you as a fresher, if you learn recruiting, if you learn how to do recruitment, if you learn how to do screening, how to do interviews, you can definitely become a HR recruiter as well. Okay. Third, so we talked about skills, we talked about education. Now let's talk about the last thing, which is what do they do? What do HR recruiters do? Okay. Because you should know what they do, then only you will understand, okay, this is what I am going to do. See, in this video I have not covered in depth about recruitment. I am just giving you an overview. I'm just going to give you a highliner in understanding about the role, about the qualification required, about the skills required. Okay, so that in the next upcoming videos, I will definitely talk in detail, and you can definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't, so that you can watch those videos as well. Now, coming back to the topic, what do they do on the job? See, once the company decides they want to hire somebody for the organization, right? Hiring happens for two reasons. One is somebody resigned from their current role from the organization, then definitely they want to replace that person. That's the reason they do hiring. That's one reason. Second reason is if the company wants to expand their business, they have got a new project, then they need somebody to do that project, to execute that project, right? So then definitely they need more manpower in the team. That's when they do hiring as well. So for whatever reason, the company decides to hire, from that moment till the candidate, somebody is hired, till the candidate comes inside, the complete process, the complete steps is handled by the HR recruiter. So what are those steps? Right? So they have to post the job, they have to attract candidates to apply for the job, okay? And then they have to screen. There will be hundreds of resumes coming to your inbox. You have to screen all those hundreds of resumes and understand who would be the right candidate for your particular role. And then you have to do an interview. You have to call the candidate, screen the candidate, whether the candidate really have that experience, knowledge. So you have to interview the candidate. And then if you feel satisfied, then you have to schedule the interviews with your hiring manager, with the HR persons, with the other people in the organization. And if they all shortlist your candidate, then you have to issue the offer letter. Before issuing the offer letter, you have to do offer negotiation, right? You have to discuss the offer with the candidate and get a mutual commitment, and then send the offer letter to the candidate and make the candidate join your organization. So from the time the requirement is raised till the candidate is joining, the complete process is handled by HR recruiter. Here I want to give you a little more depth understanding. There are two ways you can become a recruiter. You can become a staffing recruiter, you can become a corporate recruiter. What do I mean by staffing recruiters? There are so many companies which hires for their clients. So let's take an example for a quick understanding. Let's say Infosys is the organization, which is an IT software organization, which wants to hire more people. Infosys have in-house recruiters who hire for only Infosys. They are called as corporate recruiters. Similarly, some XYZ company has made an agreement with Infosys that they will support in the hiring process. So that company will also hire for Infosys, support Infosys in hiring. And the recruiter who is working in that particular company, who is supporting the hiring for Infosys, is called a staffing recruiter. In the place of Infosys, you can put any company for that matter, Wipro, TCS, any company for that matter, right? So basically, if you are hiring for your client, then you are called as a staffing recruiter. If you are hiring for your own organization, then you are called as corporate recruiter. The advantage of being a staffing recruiter is you can gain incentives on top of your salary. On a corporate recruiter, you will be hiring only for your company. Okay. So for both the process, you just need to know how to source resumes from job portals like Naukri.com, LinkedIn and other tools. So there are different techniques like keyword search, Boolean search. You should know those things. You should know how to screen or how to interview a candidate. You should know, for an example, if you want to hire a Java developer, then you should know what does Java developer do and what are the technologies Java developer should know. Then only you can interview the candidate, then only you can hire the best talent for your organization. So not just Java developer, .NET, testing, SAP, whatever skill set that is there, you should know those technologies. You should know how to search resumes using Google, using Facebook, using other social media platforms and using Naukri, LinkedIn, etc. So if you know all these skills, if you know these things, at least the basics, you can easily become a HR recruiter. Okay. So if you are passionate, if you are interested to become a HR recruiter and if you need more help from me, please write to my email address. I'll help you with whatever knowledge, information that you might need. Okay. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you even like more, if you want to share with your friends, please do share this video with your friends so that they also get this knowledge. And if you have any questions, either write to me on my email address or comment below so that I can respond back to you. Okay. If you haven't subscribed till now, please do subscribe so that you can watch the upcoming videos around this topic and job search topics as well. Thank you so much.